You wake up before your alarm, not because you want to, because something inside you refuses to stay asleep while the world is moving. Most people hit snooze. You are already thinking about the war ahead. This is not discipline. This is something deeper, something older. You carry a mindset that most people have forgotten. They have been trained to be soft, to avoid conflict, to negotiate with their own weakness. But you see things differently. You see life as a battlefield, and every single day is another chance to prove you belong on it. The warrior mindset is not about violence. It is not about aggression for the sake of chaos. It is about seeing reality clearly and refusing to bow to it. It is about understanding that comfort is a trap. Safety is an illusion, and the only thing standing between you and collapse is your ability to stay ready. Most people do not have this. They sleep through their lives, they drift, they complain. They wait for permission to become who they were supposed to be, but not you. If you recognize these signs, you are different. You are built for the storm. The first sign is simple. You do not run from discomfort. You walk toward it. When something is hard, everyone else looks for the exit. They create excuses. They reframe failure as self-care. But you move closer. You know that growth only happens in the fire. The gym is not just a place to lift weights. It is a temple where you confront your limits. Cold showers are not a trend. They are a daily reminder that you control your body, not the other way around. You understand that pain is not the enemy. Weakness is. The second sign is that you take full responsibility. No excuses, no blame, no pointing fingers at your parents, your job, your circumstances. You own everything. The warrior knows that blame is poison. It robs you of power. When you blame the world, you give the world control. When you own your failures, you take the power back. You stop being a victim. You become the author of your own story. Society teaches people to externalize, to find reasons why things are not their fault. You rejected that script. You know the truth. Everything in your life is a reflection of the choices you made, and if you do not like what you see, you change it. The third sign is silence. You do not need to talk about what you are doing. You do not post every workout. You do not announce your goals to people who do not care. You move in silence because you understand that words are cheap. Execution is everything. The warrior does not seek validation. Validation is for people who are unsure. You are sure. You know what needs to be done, and you do it whether anyone is watching or not. This is why you are dangerous. You are not performing, you are becoming. The fourth sign is that you see enemies everywhere, not people, systems. The algorithm that wants you distracted. The culture that celebrates mediocrity. The voices that tell you to relax, to settle, to stop trying so hard. You see these things clearly, and you refuse to surrender. Most people are asleep. They consume, they scroll, they numb themselves with entertainment and call it living. But you recognize the war. You know that every choice is a battle. Every moment you waste is ground lost. The warrior is paranoid. Not because he is afraid, because he is awake. The fifth sign is discipline without emotion. You do not wait to feel motivated. You do not need inspiration. You have systems, you have routines, you have non-negotiables. When the alarm goes off, you move. When it is time to work, you work. When it is time to train, you train. Feelings are irrelevant. The warrior knows that emotions are weather. They come and go. But the mission remains. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you are becoming. Most people are controlled by their moods. You control yours. You act regardless of how you feel, and that makes you unstoppable. The sixth sign is that you respect the struggle. You do not complain about how hard things are. You do not wish life was easier. You understand that the difficulty is the point. The obstacles are not in your way, they are the way. You have been lied to your entire life. Told that happiness comes from ease, that success is about finding shortcuts. But deep down, you always knew the truth. The struggle is what makes you real. Without resistance, you are nothing. Without pain, there is no growth. The warrior does not avoid the hard path. He seeks it out, because he knows that is where the real ones live. The seventh sign is the most dangerous. You are willing to stand alone. You do not need the crowd. You do not need approval. You do not need to fit in. If the whole world says you are wrong, you trust yourself anyway. This is what separates warriors from followers. Followers need consensus. They need to feel safe in numbers. But you are comfortable in isolation. You have walked alone before. You will walk alone again, and you are not afraid of it, because you know that the path to greatness is always lonely. The masses move together. They think together. They fail together. But the warrior walks his own road, and he does not look back to see who is following. This mindset is rare. Most people have been domesticated. They have been taught to obey, to stay quiet, to play it safe. They have been turned into NPCs in their own lives. But you are awake. You see the game, and you refuse to play by their rules. The world does not need more comfort. It needs warriors. People who are willing to suffer. People who take responsibility. People who move in silence and strike with precision. People who do not quit when it gets hard. People who stand alone when everyone else sits down. You are one of them, and every single day, you prove it. Not with words, with action, not with posts, with results, not with talk, with war. The alarm will go off tomorrow. And you will rise again. Not because it is easy, because it is necessary. Because you are not like them. You never were, and you never will be. This is the warrior mindset. And once you have it, there is no going back.